Toastmaster Neda. Introducing Toastmaster Nasreen Qamber with her 8th speech, How to Start Your Professional Life.
First off, hello, good evening everyone.
Good
While
evening.
we're sorting this out, let me just state that I have not been in front of Yacht as an official speaker since June of last year. It's been 1 year. A career is born in public, talent in privacy. Guess who said that? Any guesses? One guess? Well, Marilyn Monroe said that. And she's right. You have to start off somewhere. And this is a how to start your professional life. Please take note. I'm telling all of you, please take note right now. All of you need this for the rest of your life. First, start young. Well, all of you right now are in some stage where you're still literally young. That's why you're at the Young Adult Toastmasters Club, right? Because you are young. So whether you are still in high school, in college, or even after college, you are technically still not 40. So you can actually do this from now. What I need you guys to do is to understand, to understand that when you're at this age, you have every right to start thinking about your future. In which case, you need to start understanding that you are at the right time. Don't wait until later to actually start doing this. Start from now. The best way is to start from now. Okay? And how do you go about that? Well, what happens is you build a particular skill set at this age. You start gaining opportunities at this age. Let me give you a great example. My sister Nejda, she's been working since she was around 16 years old. She did everything in her power to start accumulating, talent. She started, and experience. She started teaching herself how to do artwork. She networked with people. She started working 2 jobs at one point, at a corporate place, even somewhere else. You can start at any age. Age is not supposed to be something that stops you. You just have to have the right mindset. And you have to start training this mindset now, at this age. Whether you are 17 or 23, whatever it is, start. Now, after you started young, you have to have a dream. What is this dream? Well, right here. You see all the little variations here? Right here is a little wizard. There's a little queen there. Anything you have in your mind when you're laying down at home or even sitting outside at a cafe waiting for your friends to come and see you, you have to have some sort of vision, some sort of daydream to how you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, depending on how old you are, depending on how broad your imagination is. Do not limit yourself. Have some sort of focus. Find out what you actually like and how you want to pursue it. Have that in mind, and then start aligning yourself to that. For example, I want to be queen. One way or the other, I want to be queen. I already call myself a queen. I have friends who are queens. You can, not in the literal sense, but you know what I mean. So all I want to do is have that power, all right? What I mean by queen, not like literally royal. I mean having the power to have people around me who admire me, respect me, think I'm pretty, you know, that kind of thing. So I will try changing myself to have that. I will start acting in a different way, seeing other people differently, talking to them differently. These are the things that you need to keep in mind. When you want to be a wizard, for example, or a baker, whatever it is, you need to start acting that way to actually become that in the future, because opportunities will start happening once you start gaining these experiences, right? So I'm just using this as an example. Have a dream. Next, study for that dream. You need to keep your heads in the game. Pay attention. If you want to be a scientist and you studied business, or you haven't had the opportunity to actually pay for your college to go to science school, or whatever it is, you will sit on your computer, you will research, and research. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Research 3 times with exclamation points, times 10. That's how much research you have to do on the career you want to be at. Okay? So keep your head in the game, focus on what you want to do, and don't let anybody distract you from that. This is the time when you have to stop doing things that will be a hindrance to you in the future. And what are these things? These are your sleeping habits, your nightlife, anything that will stop you from actually going out there and doing what you need to do to actually attain a career. Now, network. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. If you want to be a politician, if you want to be a baker, if you want to be anything in your life, you need this, because this will connect you to where you want to be. How am I going to explain this to you? Right now, okay, I have the job I'm at right now. I'm working for Gulf Connections, only because Benedict here introduced me to it. And I got to know Benedict through my sisters, okay? And obviously I was born with them, so, you know, you have that sort of connection. Everything is linked to each other. You have to find the right people to get where you want to be. If you want to work in energy, you have to find a way to shake the hand of the Minister of Energy. If you want to do that, you have to bring yourself towards that. All right. First impressions are very important, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're just meeting them at a cafe, impromptu, you need to make sure every day of your life, when you get out your front door, you look your best. You never know who you might crash into. Okay? You never know. I'm pretty sure if Cal didn't look the way he looked, he wouldn't have gotten away with it. So try to think of this as every possible way for you to actually attain a connection. You don't want to look like this. You don't want to look like that. You want to look like that. All right. Internship. Now, for those of you who are planning on getting into an industry, try to pay attention to what you could do. You can start researching on the companies, of course. You can actually go there and be like, I want to work for you. I want to get experience. I don't care if I don't get paid. I'm just going to finish this. I'm sorry. Internship is always a good way to go about it. Even if you're already working right now and you want to change your jobs, not your career. Your career is your whole path, okay? You want to change your jobs. You want to find yourself. Internship is always a good thing to do. 6 months minimum is all you need. And don't be afraid to do it more than once. Opportunities are always out there, okay? Quick tips. For those of you who complain that there is no work, there's no work because you're complaining. You're sitting there on your couch, so get off it, complaining that you don't have work. Maybe you don't have work because you're not looking for it and you have time to complain. All right? Now, be one of those people who goes out there and gets what they want. Don't sit there. So be a go-getter. You need to always understand and realize that from now on, well, I'm pretty sure most of you have already experienced this, but if you're fresh, you have to realize if you're getting into the industry, you will always have to start from scratch. You have to start from the bottom of the barrel. Start from down, you will work your way up. And finally, know what you can do, know who you are, know yourself overall, so you can, how can I say this? So you can build your skills or hone it down, okay? And be prepared for rejection as much as possible. Don't be afraid of rejection. It is normal, okay? And always try to pick yourself up after that. Always try to. And never assume. You know why? Because it makes an ass of me and you. How can I translate that? If you assume that the meeting today was at 9 and you get here and you're done, you make a fool of yourself, not the club. Don't assume that your boss hired you just because he was nice when he was trying to politely say no. Always ask questions. Always ask questions and make it very clear. So basically have the right mindset, make sure that you're going into the career not for money, but for sustainability, okay, and for success. Okay? Like I already said this. I'm just gonna go through. Finally, never give up. Make sure you're one of that. Breaking through the rock. And make sure you're one of those. A little ant, always trying harder. Thank you. Back to you.